guys, my name's Chrissy, this is my yoga channel. This week our yin class is focusing on the sides of the body and a little bit on the back. You, as always, might benefit from having a cushion, a rolled up blanket, just creating some support so you can hold these poses for 3 to 4.5 minutes. We're starting our meditation of the month for July, which is a progressive muscle relaxation meditation. That will start at the hour point. Really hope you enjoy it. Let me know how you got on. Cheers. Namaste. So, comfortable seated position. Get nice and grounded on your mat. Maybe move the flesh of the buttocks out the way so you can feel the sit bones in connection with the ground, or the block if you're using one. And just take a few shoulder rolls. Feel the day, just shrugging it off like a big backpack. And then gently slow down. Come to stillness. Let the eyes softly close. And arrive for your practice. We're going to start connecting with our breathing before we start the alternate nostril practice. So begin to take that bird's eye view of your breath. Notice how it's flowing. Notice the quality of your breath today. The air flowing in and out on its own natural rhythm. If you haven't done so already, I invite you to let the lips gently close so that you can start to notice the sensation of the breath flowing through the nostrils. Now, without touching or moving your hands in any way, can you notice that one nostril is maybe breathing a little stronger than the other nostril? It's completely normal, that's normally the case. Just see if you can notice that subtle sensation. So lift index finger and middle finger of right hand and gently place those fingertips in the center of your eyebrows, or maybe just slightly higher, right in the center. And close left nostril with ring finger and little finger. Inhale deeply through right nostril. Close, pause, release left nostril, exhale. Inhale deeply through left. Close, pause, release right, exhale. Inhale through right. Close, pause, exhale through left. Inhale through left. Close, pause, exhale through right. Inhale through right. Close, pause, exhale. exhale through left. Inhale through left. Close. Pause. Exhale through right. Inhale right. Close. Pause. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close. Pause. Exhale right. Inhale. Close. Pause. Exhale. Continue. Keep the rhythm. Carry on in your own time. One exhale, one inhale on each nostril. If that breath wants to lengthen, let it happen naturally. Keep going just a little longer. Balancing left and right, yin and yang. And on your next exhale on your right nostril, release the hands down to the knees or the lap. Return to your natural breathing. Keep the eyes closed. And just notice now if you can feel the breath in both nostrils. Compare to how it was before that practice, before our pranayama practice. Maybe that cool sensation as you breathe in on the back of the throat is a little stronger or more pronounced. Blink the eyes open. We're just going to begin with some gentle movement while we're in this easy cross-legged position. So place right hand down by the side of the body, hand on the ground. And reach left arm up into the sky. And just start to bend over to the right. And just wake up that side of the body. Bring your awareness into it. Just connect with it. Maybe take a few little rolls with the wrist. Just drawing little circles with the fingers. One way and then the other. And come all the way back up. Take that left hand, place it on right knee. Gaze over right shoulder, just a gentle twist, getting into that diagonal of the body. And come back to center, place left hand down by the side, reach right arm up this time and lean over to the left. Again, we can circle the fingers, taking gentle movement into that wrist, just leaning enough so that you can feel the side of the body. Come all the way back up. Right hand comes down to left knee this time, gazing over that left shoulder. Gentle twist. And come back to center. We're going to start in a seated position. We're going to take our shoelace pose. Just move this mic so you can see me better. So we're going to start with right foot close to left buttock, and left foot is going to step over it. Now this might be plenty in the hips, so see how that feels. If that feels okay, we can start to walk the outer edges of our feet away from each other so that our knees begin to stack on top of each other. If you feel like you're peeling your left buttock off of the ground to do this, then ease off. Take that left foot closer to the knee again. It may be that you're kind of halfway there, but you need a little bit of padding between the knees, or a little bit of padding under that bum to keep the sitting bones connected with something. So play around with it for a second, see where you get to. If you have very flexible hips and pelvis, a little trick is to roll forward onto the knees, shuffle them on top of each other and sit back down. But you must be mindful of your knees to do that. So everybody seems to be finding their way. So just find your way. Once you are situated and you're at that 55 to 60% of your maximum range of motion, we're going to reach our right arm up into the sky and pat ourselves on the back. And then we're going to take the left hand and try and point our fingertips towards each other, so that they're kind of touching on our back. They might be like this, just relaxed. They might be clasping. Maybe they're just reaching towards each other. See where you can get to. Once you're there, tuck the chin. Allow the eyes to close again. And we're going to hold here for a few minutes. So fingertips are clasping. Just feel a nice steady pressure, so you're not clenching or clinging, they're just connecting with a steady equal force. Feel that outer edge of that right tricep really opening up, lengthening. Feel it all the way down the outer edge of the armpit. Very gently now release the clasp of the hand. Take the hands down by the sides of the body, resting on the ground. Step left foot back in front of the body. Take right foot to meet it. I'm going to go straight into our next posture, so soles of the feet are going to touch. Move any props to one side. Work out where your feet need to be in proximity to your groin. That's going to give you the intensity in these hips. You might want a block if you like to sit on a block. And we're going to round the back and come forward. Elbows are going to come to the outside of the shins, or maybe resting on top of the calves. Tuck the chin. If you like to have something to rest the head on, you can take your squishy cushion, fold it over, and pop your forehead on it. Maybe clasp the hands around the outer edges of the feet, like you're cradling them. Just feel that you're countering that first posture. So we're seeking out our therapeutic edge in yin. So you should feel some sensation, but there should never be any discomfort or pain. As the body starts to open up, you can mindfully explore where you can get to while sustaining these long holds. Very gently, I'm going to uncurl all the way up to an upright seated position. ready, we're going to take that shoelace pose on the other side. So this time we're going to have right foot close to left buttock, and other way. So we're going to have left foot close to right buttock and right foot steps across. As before, you can take your cushion to stack the knees on, or maybe if that buttock is rolling off the ground, that hip's popping up, steady yourself on it. A little trick to roll onto the knees and walk the feet out onto the outer edges a little more. Once the bottom half is steady, we're going to reach our left arm up into the sky, give ourselves a little pat on the back, and then take the back of the hand, the other hand, resting it on our back. Fingertips are reaching for each other, might be clasping gently, might just be brushing the fingertips, or just pressing those fingertips into each other. Once it feels right, tuck the chin, close the eyes, and hold the pose. So with the lack of movement in yin, the thoughts can pop into our head much easier. So our practice is as much about concentrating on the breath, the body awareness, cultivating that calm, peaceful space. And very gently now, release the hands down by the sides, and take that right foot and maybe even lift it up, lift the leg up with the hands to help. Extend the feet out in front of you and just give those legs a little shake just to get the circulation flowing again. Once we're there, we're going to keep our left leg extended and we're going to put sole of right foot against the inner thigh. It might just be coming up a little way, it might come all the way up. Once we're there, we're going to grab our cushions and put them on the outer edge of that left leg. We're going to turn our chest and our face so it's going in the same direction as that bent knee. If that knee feels funny in any way, you can put one of your cushions underneath it so that it's supported. You can always take your foot further down the leg as well. Once we're there and we've got our little platform on the outer edge of our extended leg, we're going to take left arm and rest it on that platform and rest our head in our hand. If we're particularly flexible, we might rest our elbow on our shin or maybe even on the ground. But always with that mindful practice. Free hand can just rest in the lap, or if you want to intensify, you can take the hand, the free hand to the back of the head, so your right hand resting on the back of your head. See what feels right for you. And once you're settled, close the eyes and really feel the sides of the body bending into this one, right through the waist. Imagine that chest has got headlamps on it, and those headlamps are trying to shine in the same direction as your knee. So just notice if you're squeezing or holding on to anything. And as you exhale, try and surrender to the pose. Let gravity really ground both sitting bones into the floor. Imagine that left hand side of the body is just melting towards those cushions. Now staying where you are, release that right hand first. If you've taken it to the back of the head, just take it back down to the lap. Then you can release the other hand down and slowly uncurl the spine so that your chest and head is upright again. We're going to take it to the other side. So this time your right leg's going to extend, your left leg's going to bend, left foot on the inner thigh of right leg. Take that platform to the outer edge of the extended leg again. Maybe you need to ground those sitting bones back into the floor or the block. Totally normal for one knee or one hip or one side to be different to the other. So play around, see what feels good, see what feels supported. Once you're there, you're going to take that right elbow and put it on your support, maybe on the thigh, on the shin. But we'd avoid putting our elbow right on our kneecap, that's going to be uncomfortable. Once we're settled there, we can intensify the pose by reaching that left hand up and cradling the back of the head with it. Then return to that slow, steady breathing. Feel the sides of the body really lengthening through the waist. Feel like every exhalation is drawing that side of the body over the leg. The elbow in the sky is like a counterweight. Very gently now, release that left hand. Then you can turn the head, release the other hand, move your props to one side. And we're going to come into our next pose, which is our puppy pose. In Yin it's known as heart melting pose. So our knees are we're gonna come onto our hands and knees first. We're gonna take our hips so that they are stacked over our knees. And we're gonna release the tops of our feet to the mat so they're flat. And then we might wanna have a cushion ready that you can play around. Cushion's gonna be directly on the mat in front of us. And then we walk our hands away from our body and allow the head to come to that cushion. The lower back is going to flex a little bit, and our bum's going to maybe pop up into the sky. That's okay as long as we feel supported by our arms and our forehead on the ground. You may even want to walk the hands away a little further. Keep those arms, those elbows shoulder width apart so that you can really feel the stretch on the outer edge of those shoulders. If you need more padding, you can put a cushion under your chest as well, maybe, or kind of stack things up under your chin. See what feels right. So you can feel that therapeutic edge in the lower back and the shoulders. So stay with it a little longer. Feel the sides of the arms really lengthening. Feel the waist lengthening as that heart melts down towards the ground. And very gently, under full control, Start to walk those elbows in, walk those hands in. Sit the bum back on the feet as you come into an upright kneeling position, sitting on the feet. And so our next posture is going to be a child's pose, but we're going to take it to the side. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring our big toes so they are touching, and our knees are slightly wider than hip width. Whatever kind of child's pose you like, in fact. So if you like your knees really wide because you like the added bonus of a real good hip stretch, then by all means. But we're working on the side of the body, so keep the bum in connection with the heels if you can. If it wants to pop up, we can put a little bit of padding between the feet and the bum. And then we start to walk our hands out directly in front to begin with. Then what we're going to do is we're actually going to walk our hands over to the left hand side so that they're pointing at kind of an 11 o'clock position, maybe a 10 o'clock position. So if you imagine that straight on is midday, and then we're going to let our head rest on the ground. If it feels nice to let your right cheek connect with the ground, or the right side of your head connect with the ground, so you've got a little twist, then you can do that. So just letting go here. Letting go of any expectation. letting go of anything that's popping into our mind. Just breathing into the sides of the body. And we're going to move straight into the other side. So with as little disruption as possible to your legs, your bum, your torso. Just lift your forehead slightly. Walk those arms back through midday, through center for a moment. And then take them out to the other side. So if the first side was 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, this side is going to be 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock that the arms are facing. The other cheek can rest on the ground or the other side of the head, the temple. Feel that stretch in the outer edge of the left arm, the left side of the body. Maybe feel a little bit in the other side of the body too, through the waist. And that leaning, curving motion. Just notice what your fingertips are doing. Notice if they're clawing into the ground, or have they just curled up completely. Just want a nice, subtle pressure. Just the feeling of connection with the fingertips and the ground. On every exhale, feel that bum, feel the waist, feel the hips, drawing down towards the heels. And in doing so, it lengthens out that side of the body. Very gently now. Walk those hands back through centre, lifting your forehead, and then walk the hands towards the body, uncurling bit by bit. You're going to press into the ground, pick your bum up, scoot the feet out to the side, and shuffle down so that you're back in the centre of your mat. And we're going to come into a lying down position, with the soles of feet flat on the mat, knees bent. We're going to have our cushions handy on our left hand side. And we're going to cross our right leg over our left. Ideally, we're going to cross at the thigh. Now, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be rolling over onto our side. And the cushions are there in case our knee doesn't connect with the ground. Now, before you roll onto your side, there is an option to take this pose slightly deeper by wrapping that right foot underneath left calf before you roll over. This intensifies the stretch in the pelvis and in that waist again. If that foot doesn't wrap, don't wrap it. Once you're rolled over so that you've got your knees are shifted over to the left, you can either outstretch the arms or cactus the hands, place the hands under the head, or even you can have a cushion, take the backs of the hands over the head. Just create some space in the shoulders, in that chest, open it up, and then turn your face to the right so that you're getting the twist all the way through the spine, from the very base of the spine, the tailbone, all the way up and through the neck. Once you've found the arm position that's right for you, that's where we're going to hang out. This is twisted root pose in you. So really feel like those legs, the big supports of the body, are intertwined and rooting down. Just stay with the pose. Keep breathing. Very carefully now, we're going to come out of it by reversing the way we came into it. So if you turned your head to look over to the right, bring it back to centre. Take the arms back down by the sides of the body. You can turn palms to point towards the ground and push into the ground. If you've wrapped that foot around the calf, just slide it out from under it before you turn the hips so that they're level with the ground. Soles of the feet come to the mat, knees bend. And then for our final posture, we're going to do the other side. So if you need that support for the knee, take it over to the right hand side. Cross left thigh over right. Snuggle that left foot under the right calf if you want to take that wrapping motion. And then roll onto right hip, knees are coming over to the right. Variation with the arms up to you. If you want to take a different one and see how that feels, I invite you to do so. So they can be cactus, out to the side, over the head, resting on a cushion. And if the neck feels safe, you can turn the face so it's facing to the left. Eyes remain closed. This is our final pose. So if you've taken that wrapping motion with left foot wrapped around right calf, this is the twisted root. So really imagine that energy flowing through the roots. Grounding you, reviving you. Your waist is the trunk of the tree. It's twisting and opening. Your arms are the branches, spreading out. Feel the chest rising and falling. Very gently now, bring the face back to centre. Bring the arms back down by the sides. Slip that foot back out if you've wrapped it around the calf. Roll the hips back to centre. Knees are bent, feet are flat on the ground. We're going to move straight into our meditation in a lying down position. So if you need to get warm, get your blanket, get your cushion, if you like a pillow under your head. We're going to be here for 10-15 minutes. And so, as I mentioned previously, we're going to be doing a technique called progressive muscle relaxation. It's sometimes known as the Alexander technique. This is a really useful tool, particularly if you ever find that you feel very stressed and have lots of tension in the body, or if you feel too agitated or fidgety to sleep. This is quite a useful one to know. So before we start, take some time to reconnect or cultivate that breath awareness. So take that focus back to the sensation of your natural breathing, wherever we've gotten to now, of your natural breathing flowing in and out of your nose. If the lips want to gently part again and that feels more organic for you, let them part. Just breathe steadily. And take your awareness to your feet, to your toes. Bring your feet together so that your ankle joints and big toes are touching. Flex the feet, tense the ankles, squeeze the calves. Start to really push those big toes together, the heels and pushing. The feet are really flexing tight. Inhale deeply, breathe in, hold the breath and squeeze those feet. Flex those feet for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale to release. Relax. Relax the feet. Let them flop out to the side. Feel the sensation of those feet relaxing. Bring the feet back together. Heels are touching, toe joints are touching. This time I want you to point the feet down, scrunch up the toes, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the calves, really squeeze them tight. Imagine you're trying to drive those feet into the ground. Keep that hold. Inhale deeply, hold the breath at the top and keep squeezing those legs for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale to release. Release any hold on your feet. Release any hold on your ankles. Let them flop out where they want to go. Feel those feet are heavy. Feel like you can't feel your toes anymore. They're just soft. They're just a part of your body. Let those feet and ankles and calves go. Moving up the body now. Bring your awareness to your thighs, the front and the back, those big muscles. Bring your thighs so that they're touching. Bring your awareness to your buttocks as well. Start to really zip up. Zip your thighs and your buttocks up. So really start to squeeze the quads like your kneecaps are lifting like you're really squeezing them together. The muscles hug the bone. Inhale deeply. Really squeeze those thigh muscles and hold. Clench those glutes for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale. Let them go. Let those legs roll apart. Feel that they're soft. Feel that they're heavy. Feel that they're warm. They're melting into the ground. You don't need to move, touch, or think about your legs again. Now draw your awareness to your hands, your forearms, your upper arms, and your shoulders. Take your hands into tight fists. Draw your arms tightly into the sides of your body. Bring your shoulders up close to your ears. Start to really squeeze. Inhale deeply, filling up with air at the top of the breath. Hold. Squeeze those fists, tighten the forearms, clenching. Shoulders are squeezing up to the ears. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale to release. Let the arms go. Let them flop out to the side. Allow space between the body and the arms. Allow the hands to open, to uncurl. Allow the fingers to just be soft. Feel the air on your fingertips. The wrists have relaxed into the ground. The shoulders have relaxed away from the ears. The neck has lengthened. Everything is softening and melting down into the floor. And finally, we're going to move to the face and to the head. So to begin, bring your back teeth together and apply a little pressure as if you're biting down on something, and allow your jaw to tense. Scrunch up your face, screw up your eyes, furrow your brow. Press your tongue into the roof of your mouth. Inhale deeply. Hold the breath at the top. Squeeze the eyes. Scrunch up the face. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale to release. Let the jaw relax. Let the face be free of any expression. The eyelids are gently, softly closed. The lips might want to just very subtly part. The tongue is just floating in the mouth now. The head is fully supported by the earth. You don't have to do anything now. The whole body is relaxing down on the floor. Everything is soft and heavy and warm. And you do not need to do anything other than rest. Allow the breath to return to your point of focus. Allow its natural rhythm to create space and calm inside you. Rest here for a little longer. Slowly bring yourself back. Gentle movement in fingers and toes. Maybe move the tongue around the mouth. Maybe allow the head to gently rock from side to side, side to side. Inhale to stretch the body any way you like. And in your own time, with the eyes still closed, roll over onto your right hand side into the recovery position. Make a pillow with the arms and hands. Take a moment here in this recovery position to absorb the practice, absorb the meditation, the breath work. And then let it all go. Make your way into a comfortable seated position with the eyes still closed. Bring your hands to prayer position and take them to that little forehead spot. Take the outer edge of your thumbs to that little forehead spot that we like to press during our alternate nostril breathing. This is our intuition, our third eye chakra. We use it all the time without even realizing. You've used it in your practice today. And take the thumbs and place them at your heart center. And just thank yourself for taking the time, for making the space, allowing the possibility to feel different. Namaste, everybody. Blink the eyes open.